Have you ever wanted to start a poultry farm, but every time you search online, people tell you that you need a lot of money. You need like 50,000 Kenyan shillings, or 100,000, or even a half a million shillings. What if I told you that many successful poultry farmers didn't start with a huge amount of money? They started with what they had. If you are broke right now, maybe you are a student, unemployed, or just trying to build something from scratch, this video is for you. Today I will show you exactly how to start a poultry farm with very little money, avoid the mistakes that keep beginners poor, and grow step by step without taking huge loans. So stay until the end, because I will also share what I would do if I had to start all over again with almost nothing. Number one is stop waiting until you are rich. The biggest mistake people make is believing they need a lot of money before starting. They spend years saying, I will start when I will save enough. Then another year passes, nothing happens. Here is the truth. Money helps, but knowledge is more important. I have seen people lose over 100,000 Kenyan shillings because they didn't know how to care for chickens. I have also seen people start with just a few birds and slowly build a profitable farm. Your first goal shouldn't be making millions. Your first goal should be learning. Even if you lose a few birds, the experience is worthy more than watching hundreds of YouTube videos. The next thing is success doesn't start big. One thing social media doesn't show you is the beginning. You open YouTube and see farmers with 5,000 birds. You scroll through Facebook and see beautiful poultry houses. You watch TikTok and see someone collecting hundreds of eggs every day. What you don't see are the years of handwork, the mistakes they made, the sleepless nights, or the frogs they may have lost while learning. So don't compare yourself with other farmers. If all you can afford today is 10 chicks, that is okay. If you can only afford to build a small chicken house in your backyard, that is okay too. The goal isn't to impress people. The goal is to build something that grows steadily. Think about it this way. A farmer who starts with 20 healthy chicks, learns proper management, and reinvests the profits will often end up much further ahead than someone who buys 200 chicks without a plan. Small beginnings are not a sign of failure. They are the foundations of long-term success. The other thing is planning your poultry business and building on a budget. Now that we have talked about why you do not need a lot of money to begin, let's discuss something even more important, and that is having a plan. Many people get excited about poultry farming and make the same mistake. They buy chicks first and start asking questions later. They ask, what should I feed them? When should I vaccinate them? Where will I sell them? By then, they are already under pressure. Don't let excitement replace preparation. Before you buy even a single chick, take a notebook and answer 4 simple questions. What type of poultry do I want to keep? Who will buy my birds or eggs? How much money can I truly afford to invest? What will I do if something goes wrong? These questions may sound simple, but they can save you from expensive mistakes. The other thing is to choose the right type of chicken. One reason some beginners fail is because they follow trends instead of choosing what suits their situation. Just because your neighbor is keeping layers doesn't mean you should do the same. Ask yourself what your goal is. If you want quicker returns, broilers may be a good option because they grow fast and can be sold in about 6 to 8 weeks with good management. If you are thinking of about long-term income from egg sales, layers can provide a more consistent source of revenue, but they require more patience before they start laying. If maybe you are in a rural area where customers prefer traditional chickens, kienyeji or improved kienyeji birds may be a better fit because there is often strong demand for their meat and eggs. The important thing is not choosing what is popular, Choose what matches your budget, your market, and your goals. Another thing is don't buy too many chicks. Here is a mistake that many beginners regret. They save maybe 10,000 shillings and spend almost all of it buying chicks. Then they realize they still need feed, drinkers, feeders, vaccine, wood shavings, and money for unexpected expenses. Within a few weeks, they are out of cash. The birds become difficult to manage, and the business starts struggling before it has a chance to grow. Instead, start with a number you can comfortably feed and care for until they are ready to sell or begin laying. Remember this, it is better to raise 20 healthy chickens than 100 hungry ones. Remember, healthy birds grow faster, suffer fewer illnesses, and are more likely to make you a profit. Another thing is build a chicken house you can afford. One thing that scares many people is the cost of building a poultry house. They think they need a modern building with expensive roofing, concrete floors, automatic drinkers, and fancy equipment. The truth is, your chickens don't care how expensive the house is. They care whether it is safe, dry, clean, and comfortable. If you are starting with a small flock, you can build a simple poultry house using locally available materials such as timber, offcuts, wooden poles, wire mesh, and iron sheets. Some farmers even repurpose materials they already have as long as the structure is secure. The key features: every poultry house should have a protection from rain and strong winds, good ventilation to keep fresh air flowing, enough space so birds are not overcrowded, protection from predators like dogs, cats, rats, snakes, and hawks, a floor that is easy to clean and can stay dry with fresh litter. A simple, clean poultry house is far better than an expensive one that is poorly managed. At Esther Farm, I have learned that good management always beats expensive equipment. Now the other point is buying chicks and feeding on a budget and keeping them healthy. Now that we have planned your poultry business and built a simple and secure chicken house, it is time for the exciting part, bringing your chicks home. This is where many beginners make one of the biggest mistakes. They spend almost all their money buying as many chicks as possible, leaving almost nothing for feed, vaccines, and emergencies. A week or two later, they are borrowing money just to keep the birds alive. Don't let that happen to you. Buy only what you can afford to raise. Here is a rule I wish every beginner knew. Don't buy as many chicks as your money can buy. Buy as many chicks you can comfortably feed and take care for until they are ready for sale or egg production. For example, if you have 5,000 Kenyan shilling, don't spend 4,800 on chicks and keep only 200 for everything else. That is setting yourself up for failure. Instead, divide your money wisely. Buy a manageable number of quality day-old chicks. Set aside enough money for feed. Budget for vaccines and basic supplies. Keep a small emergency fund for unexpected costs. Having fewer healthy birds is always better than having many hungry or sick ones. Also, don't buy the cheapest chicks. When you are broke, it is tempting to buy the cheapest chicks you can find, but cheap isn't always a bargain. Some chicks are weak, poorly vaccinated, or come from unreliable hatcheries. They may seem like you are saving money, but if they start dying after a few days, you will have actually lost more. Buy from a trusted hatchery and or reputable supplier, because healthy chicks are more active, eat well, grow faster, and have a better chance of surviving. Remember, you are not buying chicks, you are investing in your future flock. The other point is feed is an investment, not an expense. Let's talk about feed. Many new farmers think feed is where they should save money. In reality, poor quality feeding is one of the fastest ways to lose money. A chick that doesn't get proper nutrition won't grow well, will be more vulnerable to diseases, and never reach its full potential. That doesn't mean you need the most expensive feed on the market. It means you should buy quality feed that meets your bird's nutritional needs and avoid making sudden feed changes. As your birds grow, use the correct feed for each stage, like starter, grower, and finisher for broilers, or chicken mash for growers mash, and layers mash for layers. Changing feed too often or feeding the wrong type can slow growth and affect productivity. Clean water is also important. Like many people focus only on feed and forget about water. Chickens need clean, fresh water every single day because dirty water can spread diseases quickly throughout your flock. So wash drinkers regularly, refill them with clean water, and make sure every bird can drink without struggling. Water isn't just something they need when it is hot, it is essential every day. Vaccination is also important because it saves more money than it costs. If there is one area you should never skip to save money, it is vaccination. Diseases like Newcastle disease or Gubolo can wipe out an entire flock in a very short time. Now the other thing is growing your farm, making a fast profit, and avoiding costly mistakes. Congratulations if you have made it this far. You have already learned something that many beginners never do. Poultry farming is not about having the most money. It is about making the smartest decisions. Now let's talk about what happens after you have raised your chickens successfully. And this is where many people either build a little business or unknowingly destroy it. Number one is do not eat your seed capital. Imagine you have raised your first 20 broilers or broilers or layers. After selling them, you finally have some money in your hands. It feels amazing. You start thinking, maybe I deserve a new phone. Or perhaps you have been wanting new clothes, a pair of shoes, or even a weekend out with friends. There's nothing wrong with enjoying the reward of your hard work, but there is the problem. If you spend all your profit, your poultry business stays exactly where it started. For example, if your first flock earned you a profit, you should use that money to increase the number of chicks in your next batch, improve your chicken house, or buy better feeders and drinkers and make daily work easier. That's how a business grows step by step. And remember, every successful poultry farm was once a small project that kept reinvesting its profits. Number two is find your customers before your birds are ready. One mistake beginners make is waiting until the chickens are ready for sale before looking for buyers. By then, you are under pressure. You might end up accepting low prices simply because you need to sell quickly. Instead, start marketing early. Tell your friends, family, neighbors, and local businesses that you have chickens available soon. If you are raising layers, let people know where fresh eggs will be ready. Take clear photos of your birds and share them on WhatsApp groups, status, Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. You don't need expensive advertising. Number three is learn from every flock. Here is something every poultry farmer should understand. Not every flock will be perfect. Sometimes feed prices will go up. Sometimes a few birds may become sick. Sometimes the market price may drop. That doesn't mean you have failed. It means you are farming. The best farmer don't avoid mistakes, they learn from them. Number four is to be patient. Real success takes time. One of the biggest reasons people quit poultry farming is because they expect instant success. They want their first flock to change their entire life. But farming doesn't work that way. Real success comes from consistency. If you have watched this video from the beginning, first of all, thank you. I hope you have realized something important. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Esther Farm, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our weekly poultry farming videos. Share this video with someone who dreams of starting poultry farming but believes they need a lot of money to begin. Remember, every successful poultry farmer started with a single decision to begin. Thank you so much for watching Esther Farm. Stay safe, take good care of your birds, and I will see you in the next video.